Welcome to the show. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. Little bit of a special edition here, recap and reaction, because BKFC KnuckleMania 2 just went down. The event ended probably 45 minutes ago now. Just enough time. I got myself a coffee, packed a few bowls, and I figured I'd do a recap and reaction because it was a fucking great night of fights down in Hollywood, Florida. BKFC rarely disappoints. Honestly, the event overall was great. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to cover every fight on the card, but I'm just going to touch on the ones that deserve to be recognized. So the first fight of the night I want to talk about was Canadian, a fellow Canadian. Jade Mason Wong was taking on Christine Vicente, and this one was it was a fucking good bout. It had good energy. Mason Wong she's incredible. Beautiful girl, knows how to fucking fight. She's not scared to get in there, get dirty, get her hands sore. And Christine Vicente, on the other end, was making her pro debut, pro combat sports debut overall. To make it in on a fucking big card like this in bare knuckle, impressive. Even more impressive, she won the bout. Yeah, Christine Vicente wins via TKO doctor stoppage. Nasty fucking cut that was opened up from a beautiful left hand from Christine. Kind of right, from what I remember, right in the middle of the forehead kind of deal of Jade. And you know what, just couldn't go on anymore. Congratulations to Christine. I have no doubt that Jade Mason Wong will be back. She's a tough girl. Obviously, she didn't want it stopped, but the doctors always have to have the fighter's best interest at heart. The next one I want to touch on was Gustavo Trevilo. He was taking on Stephen Townsell, and this one was a scrap of two Florida boys, actually. Gustavo absolutely destroyed Stephen Townsell, put him into a different fucking realm. Luckily, Stephen came to his senses. He was okay. Ended up getting up and giving Gustavo a hug and congratulating him on the win. So it was good to see that Stephen appeared to be okay. Scary stuff. Gustavo Trevilo is a nasty motherfucker. That puts him at 2-0 bare knuckle with the BKFC. And they were saying in the commentary, like, who's gonna want to fucking fight this guy? I don't think there's gonna be very many people signing up for that fight, but it'll be interesting to see what the BKFC or who BKFC can have mash up with him next, because like I say, he's a scary motherfucker and there's no doubt that he's gunning for that belt. So the next fight I'm talking about is the first of two championship bouts on the card. This one, females, we had Britain Hart taking on Christine Faria in a rematch. Of course, they fought years ago, and that was Christine Faria won that one via TKO, doctor stoppage. A nasty cut was opened up right on the eyelid, actually, of Britain Hart, and Stitch said, no, we can't let this fucking continue. You're going to lose an eye, kind of deal. So here they are years later, the rematch for the 125-pound championship belt. And you know what? This one went the distance. This one didn't get stopped, but it very easily could have. To be honest, it was basically pure domination by Christine Faria. She just appears to be on a fucking completely different level, because Britain Hart is a good fighter. She's one of the top 125ers bare knuckle has. But there's just a step up. Christine appears to be a step up at this point. So I don't know. I don't know if BKFC has anybody to challenge Christine Faria for that fucking belt at the moment. Congratulations to Christine. She basically just beat the shit out of Britain Hart. Left her just a mess. I mean, her face had what, 5, 6, 7, 8. I lost count. Cuts. It was just all busted up. I'll post a picture for sure. Let you guys see the damage done by Christine Faria, the new 125-pound women's bare knuckle champion. Up next, we were in for a fucking treat because we had Chad Money Mendes making his bare knuckle debut. He was taking on Joshua Alvarez, also known as Famous. I don't know. This one was fun. You know, Chad Mendes basically schooled Fames, and I gotta give Joshua Alvarez credit. I mean, he stuck in there till the 4th round before Mendes put him away. It was good fucking shit from Mendes. An impressive bare knuckle debut, and I figured he was gonna be, judging by the training footage and shit that I saw out there, and just working on his hands purely, right? No wrestling, no grappling, just hands. I mean, it's amazing how much somebody can improve in their stand-up once they can just focus on one specific skill, right? I don't know what's next for Mendes. From what I understand, he's actually still under UFC contract. And he still has 3 fights, I believe, left on that contract, and the UFC granted him permission, basically, to go out and do this bare knuckle fight. So chances are we're going to see Mendes back inside the octagon doing some MMA next, if he pursues his career in MMA at all. I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. I have a hard time believing that the UFC is going to let him do another bare knuckle venture. I don't know. I have a feeling this was just a one-off by Mendes. Hopefully not, though. I think he looked damn fucking good out there. Co-main event of KnuckleMania 2. The moment many MMA fans were waiting for. I know this was the fucking fight that I was really looking forward to. I mean, there were a couple that I was like, yeah, this is going to be fun. But this one specifically, because we had the debut of Mike Perry inside the squared circle. He was taking on BKFC bare knuckle veteran at this point, Julian Lane. This one was fucking fun. You know what? This one was a fun fight right from the get-go. It was the right fight to make, in my opinion, for Perry's debut, regardless of the shit that went down the last time in Tampa, I believe it was, whenever they got into the scuffle. I don't even think that scuffle needed to happen for this fight to sell. It was just the right fight. Julian Lane, he's going to fucking bring it every time, and he did again tonight. Mike Perry, he looked fucking good. He really did. Both men fucking went at it, toe to toe. I mean, this was fucking great. It was fun. That's the best way I can describe this one is it was fun. I thought both guys had their moments. Mike Perry looked extremely well. You know, considering this is his debut, huge fucking card, there's a lot of pressure there. I mean, if he loses to Julian Lane, what are people gonna think, right? You lost to Let Me Bang Lane? Fuck. That being said, and no disrespect to Julian Lane, because he is one tough motherfucker. Now, Mike Perry does take this one via unanimous decision. But once again, here we go. Julian Lane, a loss. This puts him at like 2-5 with BKFC, which isn't great. But you look at that fucking record, and a lot of that is decision losses against very, very tough opponents. And this was no different, right? I don't think Julian Lane really loses any respect here. Once again, that's the thing. I mean, he goes out here in these big fights. He loses a decision. he doesn't lose any fucking respect by anybody. In fact, he gains respect because they're like, well, he had the balls to fucking take on this guy. And, he steps up where few others do. Props to Julian Lane. Hats off to Mike Perry. Fantastic debut. I hope we see him again in the square circle because I think he found a new fucking home. Now, the main event of the evening, it was the second championship bout of the night, as we had the lightweight. The belt was on the line there. Luis Palomino defending his championship against Martin Brown. I was disappointed here. I don't know if anybody out there that's watching this actually saw the fight. It wasn't. It was disappointing as a fan. I was highly disappointed, and I think the disappointment is even more enhanced coming off of the high from Mike Perry and Julian Lane. With that being said, Luis Palomino defends his belt here. He takes a unanimous decision victory. They went all 5 rounds over Martin Brown, but it wasn't exciting. There weren't very many memorable moments during the fight. I mean, I have all the respect in the world for both guys for stepping in there and not. I mean, they're 2 of the top lightweights out there. I mean, obviously that's why they're fighting for the fucking belt. But I don't know what happened in that fight. I really don't. Like Chris Lytle said, sometimes when you have 2 top tier talents like that, they kind of just cancel each other out. And I think that's what we had here. It was like I don't know. It was like a chess game where nobody wanted to make the first move. It was just weird. There's no way you should fight 5 rounds in a championship bout in bare knuckle and come out without a scratch. I mean, both men looked fresh. You would never guess they just fought 5 fucking rounds bare knuckle. I don't know. Congratulations to Palomino. Good stuff in retaining his belt. He did what he had to do. I mean, he did his job, right? He retained that fucking belt. Remains undefeated in BKFC. Martin Brown takes his first loss. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do there. I don't know. Martin obviously is going to have to face somebody else and come back and maybe have a rematch with Palomino down the line if he still has the belt. I don't know. It's a fucking mess, and just a disappointing end to a fantastic night. Thanks a lot for joining me for my BKFC KnuckleMania 2 recap and reaction. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, stay up to date, everything BKFC. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.